Hi, everybody. Thanks for your attendance and inputs in the last session. To start off with, I'll take you through some of the changes that have come and suggestions that have been addressed. So you'll see that the P module now has 6 submodules. The first 3, which is the selection of language, the user guide, and the user notes are all the same as they were before. In terms of what we've then done is we've simplified that P4 and we've split it 3 ways to try and address some of the issues that we were having. So this still works the same. So what global zone? Here we are going Africa. I'll use some Siwana examples. So Northern Africa, and we are looking at the rain-fed wheat area of central Morocco. And just a note, we didn't see too much of this occurring previously, is to use the notes section to put in some notes as you go, so that if we need to come back and look at anything, we've got some notes there. So if there was some discussion that you were having, inclusions, exclusions, anything like that. So that's all that's on P4 at the moment. It's the same questions, but we've split that up now so that we've got a bit more detail on the location for this submodule P5. So what we have got there is that same questions. So, you've got your points that come through. In this case, we have got one country, and that country is Morocco. Central Morocco, and then some governance that are there, and as always some notes, maybe some exclusions were occurring down here, discussion around what should or shouldn't be in to help with that. And then the last section, so this comes from this question around have we got a clear understanding of the actual land area that we're talking about. So to start with, what is the gross area of this location? So that's including everything. If you were to look on a map, drop some lines on a map, everything that's in there. So let's just, for the sake of it, say it's 500,000 hectare. So what we then need to do is work out of that 500,000 hectare, what is the cropping area that's there? So you've got a few options. Well, you've got 2 options. You can say, I know the total cropping area. If you know the total cropping area, then it'll just give you one box and it says, put in the total cropping area. So of 500,000, maybe it's 350,000. And then it will let you progress. So that's just of the 500,000 total hectares, 350,000 are the cropping land under cultivation. However, sometimes we might not know that. So we've got a little calculation that comes through. When you calculate it, you've got the option to go in percentages or in hectares. So if you've got some good understanding of the hectares, what will happen is it will just ask you for the different land categories. So forest, urban areas, uncultivatable lands, permanent pastures and grazing lands, which is in long fallow. That means that hasn't been cultivated in the last 5 years, but it could be. And then it will tell us that there is this much land, cropping land, left in terms of hectare under cultivation. A few things. So if you were to allocate more land than the total number. So let's just put 350,000 in here. You'll get this error message that says that right now that equals 550,000. You've only told us that there's 500,000 hectares. So it will tell you if you've made an error there. However, it's unlikely that you're going to know that. So often we will instead be looking at percentages. So forest area, let's just say that that's 5%. Let's just say that, just putting in some dummy numbers here to go. Again, if you were to put in something that sums to more than 100%, it will tell you that you've got an error and it won't let you progress. come to the end. So just with these dummy numbers that I've put in, 45% of the land area under cultivation gives us this final number of hectares. So this number is the number of hectares that will be used throughout the remainder of the tool. So I hope that that addresses the comments that we had in terms of that P1 module.